how do you feel?
I feel good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. How do you feel about husbandos?
Well, I think they're a little underrepresented, Uh
Yeah.
Everyone talks about their waifus all the time. They have their waifu wars, but no one talks about the kings. These, the kings of anime, the husbandos.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about our kings.
Oh, I was just about to suggest that we do that. So, I guess today on TONEKENT, we're talking about our Husbando 3x3s.
Keyblade Spirit,
Yes,
would you
Lumia.
like to introduce your first husbando, your first king, if you
Oh,
will?
I absolutely will. My first king, who I have very little to say about, and I don't even remember his name, is the dad from Ascendance of a Bookworm.
You put a dad whose name you forgot on your husbandos.
Yes, he's such a bro. Okay?
It,
He's so supportive.
Enlighten me.
Okay, so he's just so supportive of his daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just loves mine. He supports her however she needs him to. When she decides that she wants to learn how to read, she introduces him to one of his friends from his job as a city guard. And his friend's name is Otto. And he gets real jealous of Otto because mine calls him Otto-san, and that sounds a little bit like Otto-san,
Ah.
and that means daddy. So he gets a little bit jealous, but he keeps taking her to see him anyway because he knows she really wants to learn how to read.
What a Chad.
Yeah, he just keeps doing good things for her all the time throughout the whole series. And then at the very end, this is a series with no fight scenes. He gets the only fight scene in the entire series, at least the entire first season. And he just punches a bunch of guys with swords. He goes up against 5 dudes. He decks them all to protect his wife and his kid.
Aw.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Even though it's the most mundane fight in anime, it's so cool. The context is great.
You're making me want to watch Bookworm now.
Yeah, it's awesome. Trust me.
I do have one notice I would like to point out, and because I've noticed a pattern from last episode that continues here.
Oh no!
This king, if we will, has blue hair.
He does.
Just like 3 of your wives there.
He does, but that's got nothing to do with it this time.
I don't know. My theory stands that you have a thing for blue hair people.
I don't think so.
The math will speak for itself.
It's just that people with blue hair have a strong tendency to have personalities that I like.
Are we gonna have to do the hair cast where we talk about every kind of hair and what it represents for an anime character?
I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
We will figure this out. We'll talk about this behind the scenes, but I have a conspiracy theory on most hair types.
Okay. I look forward to hearing that. But my next husbando, you know him, you love him. He's on here twice. No, he's actually on here. He's technically on here 3 times.
That's cheating.
He is, but it's technically not cheating because it is 3 different people. Technically.
One per series.
No, not 1 per series. Screw that.
Damn you.
You know him. You love him. It's Stag.
I don't know him, and I don't love him because I don't know him because I haven't seen Steven.
Yeah, I know you haven't seen Steven Universe, the movie. But he's our boy. He's a Chad. He's got 3 Y chromosomes, okay? He's got he's got 4 big muscular arms.
I'm not saying he's not hot. He's got good hair.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh shit. Is this the prequel to Goro?
He might be, yes.
Is Goro just Steg?
Possibly. Which Goro are you talking about?
From Mortal Kombat?
Oh, I haven't seen that. I haven't played that.
He's like the main antagonist of the first game!
I've never played or done anything with Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you're missing out. Steg is Goro, confirmed.
Yes, he plays a sick guitar, right?
I agree. Just like Jack Black.
Yeah, he plays a sick double-necked guitar with his 4 arms. He can float. Like, most of what I like about Steg is surface level, because the other things that I like about Steg are relevant to the other 2 people who are him on this list.
So you like him because of his fusions?
Yes, because of his fusion components.
Isn't that cheating?
I say it's not cheating. It might be a waste of a slot, but I don't think it's
so.
cheating.
I could have put Vegeta and Goku on my Husbandos list, and Gogeta, the best fusion of Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah. But see, you can't talk about a fusion without also talking about the other 2, or without the components.
Guess we'll wait until we get to them.
Yes, they're awesome. Next on the list, Kanji Tatsumi.
Oh, it's my boy Kanji. I love him.
Yes, he's also our boy.
He is our boy.
Yes, he's the Femchad Supreme.
He is the only good male Persona character.
Yes.
Wait, I feel like it's a bad hot take.
Yeah.
He's the best Persona character.
Yes. I half agree. He's the best male Persona character. Maybe Ryuji and maybe Junpei are up there too.
Junpei? No, he's not on Kanji tier. Ryuji maybe, but no, not even Ryuji. Ryuji's not on Kanji tier. Ryuji's good. Ryuji's good. Don't get me wrong. I like the boy, but he's not Kanji tier. You know, Kanji's a dumbass motherfucker with a heart of gold, who just punches people because he doesn't know how to express his emotions. AKA, he's a new type.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Well, he's more. I would put him more toward pure instinct. Because, like you said, he just punches people because he doesn't know how to express himself.
Maybe observer.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, he's a good boy. He beats up a biker gang because they were being too loud and his mom couldn't sleep. So he loves his mom.
Chad. Confirmed.
Yes, 100% Chad. He's he likes sewing, so he's got like useful skills, and he's not ashamed of the fact that these skills are feminine.
I mean, he actually is.
Yeah. Well, he starts off being, but he gets better with it. He's like, I'm talking about like by the end of his character arc,
That's fair.
He's not ashamed anymore. He's good at it too. He's like legit a good sewing boy.
As confirmed by the game.
Yeah, like one of the first things that happens in his social link is he fixes a kid's teddy bear.
No, he doesn't fix it. He makes a new one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so even better.
He makes it from scratch.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
because they couldn't find hers, or his, the kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't sell my boy Kanji short.
Yeah, yeah. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy, and he's also a gym boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's only one major thing bad about Kanji, though.
What's that? Why don't we get to that when we get to your 3x3? Because I know he's on yours too.
Why did you spoil it for the audience? I was gonna save topics for that. Fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very well. Spoiling the big twist.
Yeah.
That's the only one we have in common, by the way, for context, everyone.
Yes, it is. Anyway, shall we get on to my next husbando?
Yes.
Okay. Monkey D. Luffy. He's such a good boy.
He is a good boy, but he's not the best One Piece character, though.
He may not be, but it's like, okay, he's... The main thing that made me love him was his character song, One World.
But what about Brooke as Husbando?
No, I don't like Brooke as much. Look, okay, what I love about Luffy is that it seems like all he cares about doing, like in any serious capacity, is to just go and... Okay, like, it seems like all he cares about doing in any serious capacity is he just wants to go into the world, go on adventures, and make friends. And he wants to be friends with everybody, and a big part of his character arc that he learns pretty early on is that he can't be friends with everybody. And I love that. He's just a good boy.
I'm not saying he's not a good boy. I'm just surprised you put him on your Husbando list.
Yeah. And also, he's just a good lesson for personal growth and like not taking friendship too far and stuff like that.
I can see that.
Because he does learn very early on that he can't trust everybody. He learns that people can be redeemed even after he stops being able to trust them. No, he doesn't learn that. That's just implicit to him. He just strongly believes that.
Before we move on to your next... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, before we move on to him. On to the next one.
Yeah. Before we do, best One Piece Husbando is definitely, without a shadow of doubt, Whitebeard.
He is a Chad.
He's a Chad. He stands for his family and his crew.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about their origin. And he didn't fall when he died. What a Chad.
Yeah. Well, the most Chad thing about Whitebeard is this. He calls himself Whitebeard, and yet instead of a white beard, he has a white mustache.
Isn't that a translation issue?
It might be, but...
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Even so, if that's the case, then the translation is better. Because it makes Whitebeard more of a Chad.
I love Whitebeard.
Yes. Very good leader. Anyway, my front and center, my favorite husbando.
The man you would want to marry.
Yes, my every aspiration as a man. And it's Steven Universe.
Wait, the show or the character?
The character. He's a really good boy. I know you've only seen like the first 10 episodes where he's just an annoying little kid.
Yeah, where I want him to die by drowning, preferably.
Yeah. Well, trust me, he's a good boy. He's spent... Like, there's a reason I chose this picture of him.
Is it because he's doing the Luffy jump?
No, it's because this is, like, him after most of his character development. And he's still got a little bit of character development to go, but this is him, like, at his peak. At least until the finale of Steven Universe Future.
Is that when he becomes bad?
No, he doesn't get bad. He doesn't ever get bad. He just gets confused. And, like, okay, in... The thing about Steven is that he has so much emotional intelligence, right? He spends, like, literally his entire childhood, like since before we even get to meet him when he's 14. No, when he's 13. I mean, for literally his entire childhood, he's been the emotional support for every single important person in his life. Oof. We're talking his dad, we're talking his mom's 3 war buddies that basically are his moms now. Well, he spent his whole life just managing other people's emotions. And then when it comes time for him to manage his own emotions, he doesn't know how to do it.
Poor Steven.
Yeah, and it breaks him. He doesn't know who to go to. But he gets there. He gets there, right? He's a good boy. All of these I'm just going to be calling good boys. So what you love are good boys. Yes. But he's a good boy. And he's, like, in Steven Universe Future, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but I feel like it's vague enough. In Steven Universe Future, his main character arc thing is that he's growing up, he's kind of going through puberty now. Well, he's always been a pretty feminine dude. And he just kind of... He's starting to get those hormones. He's feeling more masculine, and he's afraid of it because he's not used to feeling these emotions in these ways. He's never felt, like, truly angry before. He's never felt really aggressive. And it kind of just breaks him for a little while because he doesn't know how to handle this, and he was never really socialized to be able to handle this. Like, he was never expected to, like, he never played with other little boys to understand how to take out that aggression properly. And so he can't deal with it, and so he just goes down a really bad path. But he gets better.
Good for Steven.
Yeah, and when he does get better, it's the most emotionally satisfying thing in any cartoon, I think.
That's a big claim.
Yeah. Like, it's not the most emotional thing, but it's the most emotionally satisfying thing. Because it takes all of the emotions that the show has been trying to make you feel, and it works through all of them. He gets exactly what he needs. It's good.
Okay.
It's so good. Okay, next one. Bruce Ironstaunch from Gurren Lagann.
So, why did you put not Kamina or Simone or any of the other famous characters? Viral, take your pick.
Yeah.
Why Bruce?
Bruce Ironstaunch, because look at him. He's the most memorable extra in the entire series.
I mean, he's got a good mustache.
Yeah, he's got a good mustache. He's there. He's got, like, his arm up, holding his bicep. And it cuts to the scene with him right after Rossyu gets a rock thrown at him. So we know he's the one who threw the rock. It couldn't have been anybody else. Well, this is real lore. Well, this isn't real lore. This is headcanon, but this is real lore.
Canon. It's canon now. We said it.
Yes, this is canon. Bruce Ironstaunch is the one who threw the rock. Like, he knows that Rossiu is a bad boy right now. Oh. And he's gonna fix it. He threw a rock at Rossiu in Minecraft. After he started the revolution. Oh, so good. Very utilitarian.
Is that the only scene he's in?
Yes, this is the only scene he's in. And he's in it for like, it's not even the only scene he's in it for like one cut of like 5 seconds. He's so memorable.
Hey, best guy ever, do you recall this character? Because I felt really bad when I saw this and I didn't know who he was. Please confirm best guy ever. Thank you.
Yes, Bruce Ironstaunch. The best Gurren Lagann character, hands down.
I look forward to the Simone versus Bruce fight between best guy ever and Keyblade Spirits sometime in the future.
Yes. I'm calling you out, Nate. I'm calling you out. Bruce Ironstaunch, better than Simone. Better than Kamina.
I guess I should call out Digi at some point to fight with him on something.
Yeah. Well, to fight...
I'm calling you out, Digi.
Yeah. To fight them on something.
Yeah. I'm gonna fight you, Digi. You and me. To the death.
Yes.
Get fucked.
Yes. Diginev versus Lumia.
Yeah, get fucked, Digi. I'll show you my powers are far more powerful than your autism powers.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So we've gone over Bruce Ironstaunch, the best Gurren Lagann character. Now it's time to settle down. Oh wait, no, we can't settle down. It's Saint 14. I did it again. Another Destiny character.
You're the only person in the universe that cares about anime and Destiny.
I know. But I love this guy, okay? Hey.
I gotta say, I like the purple line on his helmet, and I'm hoping that's not lighting.
I'm pretty sure it is glowing, yes.
No. Oh, yay. Good. Thank God.
Yes. Yeah, it's just like a neon line that comes off his helmet. He's a cool dude. He's known in the world of Destiny as the greatest Titan who ever lived. For good reason. So, as you see when you rescue him in Destiny 2. He's rad. He's the ultimate crayon eater. He's the ultimate crayon eater. That's what Titans are. I'm calling you out, Titans. You won the Guardian games, but you're not winning my heart. Except for Saint 14. He's good. He fought in the Battle of Twilight Gap, where a bunch of Guardians legit died. And a bunch of cool rocket launchers were made in their honor. And that was the best weapon in all of Destiny 1. The Gallarhorn. Which is just an inherently cool name. But anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Aren't Destiny people immortal?
Yeah, well, Guardians are immortal except if their ghost is destroyed. Because that's what's able to resurrect them.
Is this Ghost in the Shell?
There are ghost shells. But anyway, back to Saint 14. He's a cool dude. In Destiny 2, like this was a recent event, relatively speaking. Like, it happened a few months ago in real time. We rescued him from this location called the Infinite Forest, which is where one of the enemy factions called the Vex, they run simulations about various things. He got trapped in there like 1,000 years ago. He got trapped in there like 100 years ago. And he just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Eating. And the
Wait,
first
did no one notice he was gone for a century?
Oh, everybody noticed.
Okay.
But nobody knew where he had gone.
No one knew to check the Infinite Forest?
Now, eventually our boy Osiris, he got real interested in studying the Infinite Forest, and he figured out that Saint 14 was in there. Anyway, cool. Saint 14, he gets trapped in there. He has to keep fighting Vex over and over again, and they're infinite because they just keep generating more. Or because this is a simulation, and the Vex can do anything to it, basically. Saint 14, eventually he does actually die. And he's been fighting for months, nonstop at this point. And the Vex, they love him so much that they respected him so much as an opponent that they built a grave in their simulation just for him. We find this out. We find this in like the first expansion of Destiny 2 that he actually just died.
Big oofs.
Yeah, but then a couple of months ago, there's some time travel bullshit. And I don't like time travel retcons. Nobody does. But there's some time travel bullshit. We find out about this time machine called the Sundial that, again, our boy Osiris built on Mercury. And it only works on Mercury. So we can go back in time. We get to meet Saint 14, and we inspire him to become his best self. This is like when he was first on. This was like when humanity was first trying to recover Mercury. And we inspire him to become his best self because we help him fight off a bunch of enemies. He's a cool dude. And eventually, after some more trips through the Sundial to meet him on Mercury a few other times, we also inspire him to start building the last city, which is this huge city that kind of surrounds the main vendor area. Yeah. So he's responsible for that. We inspire him to do that because we show him a big hologram of it. And he's inspired.
Wait, where did the original idea come from?
No, the original idea did. It's a stable time loop. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not.
Yeah. Well, it might have been that like Zavala, the main Titan leader guy, came up with it, and we just inspired Saint 14 to help him. I don't remember that well, but anyway, he does he does that. We see him a couple other times, and we get to see him again. Eventually we rescue him, and we go back to Mercury to see him come out of the Infinite Forest. Finally, after all this time, he first thing we see out of that portal is his fist. Just punching a Vex like just like one of the mooks. And then he just headbutts this giant minotaur looking thing. He just headbutts it to death. He doesn't even care. He's sick.
I'm just so confused.
Yeah. And then he comes back. It takes like a week for him to actually return to the tower where he becomes a vendor for the rest of the season.
Oof.
And it takes him like a week because he wants to, figure things out, learn what's going on in his absence.
I meant the warrior retire into a merchant.
Oh yeah. Well, he sort of just figures out that he wants to he figures out that he needs to rest for a while. And then towards the end of the season he figures out what he really needs to do is train current guardians. And that's sort of what he does from now on. He runs this event called the Trials of Osiris, which are not very good, like in a gameplay sense. So that's unfortunate.
And that's why you put him on this list.
Yeah, well, no, there's one other thing.
Oh.
Because if you go
Is he
see...
gay?
Well, no. But
Oh.
Actually, sexualities in general kind of aren't clear in Destiny.
Oof.
Like, you can probably assume everybody is pan.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
A lot of the fandom will get mad about that, but we can assume that everybody is pan.
Canon.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing, like that, all of that backstory combined with one little detail is why I love him so much. He does all of that. He's the greatest Titan who ever lived. We inspired him to become the greatest Titan who ever lived. He considers us our mentor. Or he goes through all this. He literally, when we save him, he literally comes out of the infinite forest punching something. The most Chad Titan Crayon Eater move ever. And then he's in the tower, and when we're far enough away that it doesn't like activate the script for him to turn and face us. You know how games work, kinda. When we're far enough away from him, and sometimes little birds fly up to him and he feeds them. And it's the cutest thing ever. It's just this guy in big Spartan armor. Like going down to his knees sometimes, feeding the birds. I think sometimes he puts his hand down and lets the meat out of his hand. It's so cute.
Aww.
He's the best boy in Destiny. In all of the lore. He's so good. He's got a really good... He's got a really good Russian accent, which a lot of people thought was Greek because he's clearly meant to be a Spartan. But no, he is actually Russian for some reason.
Because Russians are cool.
Yeah. And he's just a good boy. He's a really good boy.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's a very, very good boy. And everybody loves him.
Except me.
Yes, except you. Yeah. Oh, and there's also this weird event last season, like toward the end, where we go into this area called the Corridors of Time to explore. And at the end of that, we get to see our Guardian's grave. And we hear a voiceover of Saint 14 giving a speech about how he will stop at nothing to put an end to the threat that killed us. Oh, it's just so good. He's so good. He's a good boy. Anyway, my next husbando, Greg Universe. The
Just
other...
put 3 Steven Universe... You can't do that! You're breaking the rules!
I can do that. This is my podcast, damn it.
No, it's my podcast.
It's our podcast. I'm half of this.
God damn it.
There are no rules. This is anarchy.
I'm talking about the normal 3x3 rule etiquette, you fool!
No. But Greg is so good. He's a dad, right? So immediately, he's a single dad. So immediately, we know that I like him a lot.
The aesthetic of single dad kind of worries me sometimes, honestly. I sometimes wonder if you and your future wife or husband or whoever, you'll just kill them just so you can get the aesthetic of being a single parent.
That's not gonna happen. My future wife is completely safe. I just, you know.
I'm just letting you know, this is the vibe you give off when you give this very deep love of the single dad aesthetic
I
to
know.
me.
Yeah. The single dad aesthetic is one of my favorite things in fiction. And see, the thing about Greg is, he is a good dad. And like we find out in Steven Universe Future that he wasn't the best dad he could have been, but he tried his best given his personal life experiences.
I thought he was a loser.
He is a loser who lives in a van. But do you know what he does because he lives in a van?
He plays the guitar?
No, because he lives in a van and he doesn't want to have to raise his son out of a van. He spends years building a house for Steven to live in.
Aww.
And so that he can live with his 3 surrogate moms, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl.
Why doesn't he live in there with them?
He the other gems just don't like him because
he built them a house.
Yeah, well, no, he built Steven a house, and like he reads to Steven every night.
Oh,
like for a while he does, until Steven doesn't really need that anymore. He he's I like Greg Universe so much because he's such a good dad. Like he's where we get throughout the series. There's this saying, if all pork chops were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. And I love that saying. It resonates so much. Because pork chops are good, but hot dogs are also good sometimes. But it just shows that he is always thinking about how he wants Steven to live, you know?
Aww.
We find out in Steven Universe Future he has a lot of hang-ups about parenting because of the way his parents raised him. And so he wants to very much not be like them.
Does Steven end up fucking a rock too, just like his dad?
No, actually.
Oh.
Steven's girlfriend...
Good job, Steven!
Yeah, Steven's girlfriend technically ends up fucking a rock.
Oof.
Because Steven is technically a rock.
That's rough.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to mention this with... when we were talking about Steven Universe. Steven Universe's girlfriend, like, they canonically are together by the end of Steven Universe Future, is Connie Maheshwaran. And Maheshwaran means Master of the Universe. So, canonically, Connie is the dom in this situation. I think we can all agree on that.
I don't know who Connie is, but I will agree.
Yes. Yeah.
Steven
Anyway.
looks like a sub.
Yeah, he is. But anyway.
Fuck, Steven. I hate you. And by that, I mean, I've only seen 10 episodes of your show, and I don't like you so far.
Yeah, he gets so much better. Anyway, Greg. He's such a Chad. At one point during Steven Universe Future, he loves his big, long hair. He has to cut his hair to get away from something, to get away from some danger. It's legitimately emotional because he loves his mullet that much. His big, long hair mullet.
Oof, a mullet. Ew.
Oh. Oh, but
Molds are so 80s.
oh. But anyway, that's real emotional. He's a he's just so good. He's a good dad who's trying his best. He legitimately wants what's best for Steven no matter what. But he builds a house for Steven so that he can live with the people who he knows will actually be good parents for him.
The
And
space rocks?
Yes, the space rocks.
Cool.
Yeah. And everything we find out about him, we realize he's not the best dad ever, but he's a pretty good dad. And that's what matters. He was willing to give up his son for what was best for his son. And I think that's what matters. And yet his 3 surrogate space gem rock mothers do let him see Steven because they understand that he does legitimately love Steven, and Steven does need him in his life.
Wait, isn't fusion considered sex?
It starts off seeming like sex, but it's really more like...
Does that mean his dad has sex
it starts
That's
off...
up.
No, it starts off like that, but it's really more just a fusion is more like a representation of their relationship.
Oh, okay.
Like when Garnet is singing Stronger Than You, she goes...
Oh, yeah, the Undertale song.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. When Garnet is singing Stronger Than You, she goes, I am their fury, I am their patience, I am a conversation. And that's what I think best describes fusion. It's a conversation. It's the totality of both beings combined in such a way as to make them greater than the sum of their parts.
Very cool.
Yeah. And we're gonna end my Husbando 3x3 with another Chad who I don't have much to say on. But because I haven't read his entire series yet. But
but that's not... It has to be from an anime!
No, it's from a manga.
Oh,
which
okay,
is
cool.
basically an anime book. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's our boy, the main character of I Am a Hero.
You're a hero? Wow.
Yes. He is a hero. He's a good boy. He's a gun otaku. He's like the most responsible gun guy ever.
Are you sure?
Yes. He's for one thing, he's a gun owner in Japan.
Fuck.
Yeah, and he's a gun owner in like urban Japan.
How? That's impossible.
It's practically impossible. You would think it was totally impossible, but he's a gun owner in urban Japan, which means he's had gun etiquette like drilled into his head so much that he's internalized it, and
do they even have shooting ranges in Japan?
Do they have what?
Shooting ranges in Japan.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do. Okay.
That's basically all he can do with it.
Yeah, that's why I assumed. But I was just curious if they existed or not.
Yeah. And like I've got the first volume right here, and like the first thing he does, like he goes into his house, he eats his dinner, he does all his stuff, and he goes and he's so stringent and autistic about his gun safety habits. He keeps his gun like in a safe behind a bookshelf. That's kind of, I think it's kind of partially hidden in the wall or something like that. Like that. He's really stringent about this stuff. He loads exactly the number of bullets he needs and no more. and obviously he's just some nerd. I mean, if you look at his build in the picture that I used, he's kind of a chubby guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like an otaku.
Yeah, so he's not a gun nut, he's a gun nerd. He's a big gun nerd. And he needs everything he can. He's got all the experience, he knows how to use a gun, he knows how to use a gun safely. And like, we see his normal life, and he is just some nerd. He's a manga artist. And all of this changes when the zombies attack. Because this is a zombie manga. And when you're the only guy with a gun for, like, miles, like, possibly in the entire city, except for the people who were able to raid, like, police and stuff.
Do the police in Japan have guns? I thought they didn't have guns.
They're allowed to have guns. A lot of them don't carry, though. But anyway, so he's like the only guy who has a gun and knows how to use it properly.
Okay.
Which means that suddenly he's like the most important guy in his immediate area. So he's just there. He's a cool guy. He does it. He's like, his first person that he gets close with and sort of partners up with is this high school girl who, I think, if I remember correctly, her one of her friends, like one of her best friends, has gone into the suicide forest to die, obviously. And her friend ends up turning into a zombie.
Oof.
Yeah. And by the time they find her, it's much too late. And she's resolved to to put her down herself, because this is her best friend, obviously. She's going to do that. And like, this is an emotional moment that needs to be resolved for her. And the book spends like a whole chapter of just this guy teaching her exactly how to use this gun one time. And it's portrayed as taking like 20 minutes. It's because he wants to be absolutely sure that she's going to be able to use it properly without getting hurt.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Guns are hard to use.
Yeah, and so it's just like the perfect combination of, this guy is an otaku hero. Like, he is, like, the otaku hero's journey is very, very present in I Am a Hero through this guy.
Interesting. How is he going to save everyone, though?
He's not.
But that's part of the otaku hero's journey.
No, the otaku hero's journey is that one of the main characters wants to save everyone. Like, that's part of his personality.
Gotcha.
And so I would call him the living computer in this situation. Because he's the one who's hyper proficient, but he just can't relate to other people. And he does a decent job sometimes, but not always. He's just, yeah. It's sad, but he makes it work. Like I've said before, he's a good boy.
But is he a great boy?
He is.
Oh, yeah, he's on your 3x3.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna... Finally, I can take a break from talking so much.
Yes.
And you can talk about your husbandos.
Can we take a break first for a second?
Yeah, pause your recording.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, pause. Okay. Welcome back to the Husbando cast with TONEKENT.
Hello.
We took a few hours of a break because I had stuff to do. But, we're back, and Lumia is going to go through her husbandos.
I have many boys that I love.
Yes. We're going to start in the top left. You ready to go, Lumia?
I'm very ready. Reveal that husband.
Done.
Okay, so this is already a controversial take in a sense, I'd imagine, for some people, because this is Oscar Jarjes, who technically is a man, but everyone identifies him as a woman for some reason and uses she, her pronouns for Oscar. But Oscar is self-described a man by himself.
Yeah, and he looks like a man, and his name is Oscar.
Yeah, his when he was born, his dad said, "I'm gonna make you a boy because I need a son." And then held Oscar up to the rain as it thundered.
I see.
It was really dramatic. It was really dramatic. So, I just had to defend Oscar's honor as a man because he is a man.
He is.
And by that, Oscar Jarjes is like, he's like the most knight motherfucker who's ever existed.
He
like,
is. He really is.
This is a guy whose honor, who follows his morals and his honor. He's the embodiment of a noble man in all aspects, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like Utena, because he kind of is the bare bones essentials of Utena in a lot of ways.
Okay, is he from Utena? Because he looks like he would be.
No, actually, he's from Rose of Versailles. I forgot to mention that. Which
okay.
was the show which is heavy inspiration for Utena. You can kind of point out the similarities, character-wise, but not theme-wise. Theme-wise is significantly different between the two. But there's a lot of aesthetic similarities, as you can see with character design.
Okay.
No, the show was 1978 or 79, I want to say.
Okay.
Forget when. Utena's from 95, for comparison.
Okay.
Or 96.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess the context for the show is that Oscar is the guard for Marie Antoinette.
Oh, Marie Antoinette.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
one of the best things about it is that every single girl has a crush on Oscar because he's hot as fuck. And he's got this noble heart, and they all know he's a girl, or they, call him a girl. But that doesn't stop anyone from not having a crush on him.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's just stopping him from not being a man is the fact that he's just not. It's that the society doesn't call him a man, which is kind of one of the reasons I have this deep respect for Oscar, because he just shit talked in front of his face all the time by these people, and he never abuses or hurts anyone. He just ignores them, knowing his honor is on the line at all times, and he must protect his honor.
Oh, that's nice.
He's a respectable guy.
I can tell.
I have deep respect for Oscar.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good man.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Oscar. He's so perfect and good.
Yeah, being a good boy was a big theme of my 3x3 too. So I'm glad that...
Yeah,
I'm glad that this is continuing the pattern.
Yeah. Though there is a semi-noticeable pattern in mine that I like, that I'll point out. But that's all I have to say on Oscar, really. And the main reason I do bring up the gender so much is because I figured it's worth mentioning, considering the person who wrote this did write another manga called Claudine about a legit trans guy. So
Oh, I see.
that came out later, but the themes are very similar, and Claudine very much identifies himself as a man as well. I just find Oscar to be overall more interesting as a character because it lasted more than 2 volumes.
That's cool.
That's a lot to say on Oscar Jarges.
Okay, next Husbando, top middle.
Kanji, look at this boy. He's so pretty.
Yeah,
Oh,
did-
he looks gruff on the outside, but he's got a heart of gold. I know we talked about him earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you have more of your own unique points.
As said before, he's got the femme chat aesthetic. He knits, which is amazing and is a big turn on because he's so cool. He just solves his problems by punching people because he knows what matters in life is a violent fight to the death.
Yeah.
I like my violent boys. What can I say?
Yeah. Yes.
The only thing I hate about Kanji, and the only reason he's the lowest member on this list, is that when he, post 1 year, he stops dyeing his hair blonde, and he becomes like this nerd, and I hate him. His redesign's awful. He's a dork.
Yeah, his redesign makes him look like he has a favorite Bible verse.
I know, and I don't want him to read me the Bible at night. I want him to punch me in the face and tell me he loves me.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
It also bears mentioning that he was like an instant husbando for you the moment you met him in Persona 4.
Yes, because I thought he was just going to be the gay boy from his dungeon, and then you meet him, and he's like, oh, no, this guy's a Chad.
Yes.
This man's a legit Chad in all aspects. He's just... Kanji spews passion and love for everything in life, and it's really hard to ignore that. Kanji's a guy who's got passion. I really like people who've got passions for things.
That's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say on my boy Kanji.
Okay. Also then, top right.
Gamagori from Kill La Kill. Oh, Kill La Kill is such a perfect show. Not perfect, but really good.
Yeah, well, it's better than Gurren Lagann.
I agree. Of the male characters, and Kill La Kill has a really good selection of male characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard for me to pick one because I followed the rule of one character per show that I chose in my head to set up.
Yes, you did. You followed that rule. That nobody cares about.
I care.
I'm sure
because I like variety.
I'm sure you do.
So, I hate you, Key.
I love you, Lumia.
I love you too, Key.
Okay.
Gamagori comes off in the first part of being this big antagonist, because he's the way we show off how the uniforms work, and we get this beautiful laugh from him immediately in the first 30 seconds. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I remember
love his
that. It's very memorable.
Yeah, it is. And Gamagori, he just changes his size consistently throughout the show with no time or reason. Now, some people call this a negative effect of Kill la Kill.
Those people are wrong. Those people are just wrong.
I agree. Also, Gamagori, even though he's into beating himself and is submissive as fuck, which is shown from his powers, he's like the literal biggest teddy bear once he sees Mako and develops feelings for her and just wants to protect Mako no matter what. And consistently just tries to use all of his powers to protect Mako from the world. and God, he and Mako are such a fucking couple. They just are adorable because he's so big and she's so tiny, and they're just look so cute together. And Gamagori just punches things.
Yeah, I can dig that aesthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah, big guy, little girl.
Yeah.
Not my thing,
Also,
but
Gamakori is hot as fuck. Also, he just like Oscar, this boy is loyal. This boy's loyalty is super strong, and I love that. You know, he waited a year just so he could join Satsuki because that's where his loyalties lie.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
How
he's a loyal boy. A loyal
is
boy.
a loyal dog.
Yes.
But Gamagori, he's just I don't know. I really love loyal characters. It's really cool.
Yeah. It is.
That's all right. Let's move on to the next.
Okay, your segment's gonna be real short.
I'm realizing I don't have a lot to say. My middle, I have a lot to say on. I think.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm realizing I don't have a lot to say on Husbandos because most of them are just cute and I like loyalty.
Okay, well, I've already revealed the next one, so go, go, go.
Go go go! More like Gao Gai Gar.
Oh, that works out so well. I didn't
Yeah.
plan in advance, I promise, audience.
This is Guy from Gao Gai Gar, and now Gao Gai Gar, for those unenlightened, is a '90s mecha show that was made part of the Brave series, which was made in response to Transformers going off the air in Japan. Why does this matter about Guy? It doesn't. What we need to know about Guy is that he was a normal guy until. Wow, I just realized the irony of that. Huh. Oh well, he was a normal dude working as a space station astronaut, as you do, until he got hit by a spaceship, had to be reconstructed as a cyborg, and now he fights evil alien cyborgs who turn people into giant robots by fusing with a giant robot lion from space that befriended this little angel fairy kid, and they have to form together to stop evil alien monsters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is why I put him on my list. He's really hot.
I see.
You see how beautiful he is?
Yeah, I like his armor.
That's his body. That's not his armor.
Oh, that's pretty sick then.
Right? This man's a nudist.
Incredible.
Right?
Incredible.
I haven't finished Gao Gai Gar because the show is bad.
Yeah. That's a shame.
But he pretty much just is Kamina, except he's got big hair.
Yeah.
Which kind of is the reason he's on this list instead of Kamina.
That's fair.
I don't really have a lot to say about Guy. He was honestly just the last person I needed.
Okay. So you want to move on to middle then?
Yes, please.
Okay, mid.
Remember, there was a time before idols existed in anime. I know. How can that be? And then there was Macross, which invented idols, as far as I'm concerned, and put them together with mecha. Because that's what you just did back then.
Yeah, you just put subs together with Mega and it's good.
Then at Macross 7, not the 7th Macross show, which is called Macross 7. Don't worry about that. They invented the single greatest anime mecha, the single greatest mecha of our generation. Well, not actually my generation. The single greatest mecha ever. Macross 7. And they created Basara Neki. And Basara is a hero, unlike any other hero. He's an otaku hero because he doesn't want people to die and he wants to save everyone. But he also is a rock star and he just wants to rock people out so much. So, and he's also the best pilot in the world. So he's got a lot going for him, right?
Yeah, he does.
So when Basara is piloting his red mech, he'll play the guitar in his mech because in his mech he shoots speakers at the enemy so they can hear his music, so they can learn that violence is bad and rock and roll is the solution to peace and why we can understand each other and love each other.
I see.
Right? Incredible.
Yeah.
So Basra then starts going across the universe, shooting people with speakers, stopping the evil alien vampire who are trying to suck the love and life out of people, and then he converts an army of the old female warrior generations that go into have orgasms in space to save the space lands. It shows the face show. I love Basra! Space
This has been the best anime ever for Macross 7.
That's why I love Basra.
Sounds awesome.
I'll have to give a lecture on Macross 7 one day so I can give the other half of everything he did.
Okay.
Like making the universe move through his rock and roll.
Nice. Okay, next Husbando?
Broly. Go. Broly.
Oh, wait. Shit. Wait. Oh, what? There it is. Okay. Broly.
I love Broly. I love him.
Okay.
And we're talking about the new Broly, by the way. So,
Yeah.
the new Broly, the movie's about like 2 hours long, the new Broly movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a masterpiece. Everyone should go watch it. One of the best anime movies ever made. For so many reasons. God. The first 40 minutes of this movie is the setup for Broly, and it's where we get to learn who Broly is. And how do you make a dumb, barbarian who just punches things really hard into the most lovable Dragon Ball character ever, you may ask?
How do you do that?
It's very simple. He was abandoned on this strange planet that was going to kill everyone with his dad Paragus, and Broly grows up in these savage lands, not understanding about how any, civilization works. They're picked up by Frieza, some of Frieza's men, and Broly begins to interact and befriend people. And they start to see that Broly isn't a monster. He's a guy who just doesn't know how society works because he's been living alone forever. You know?
That's beautiful.
No, Broly is like this sweet, it's this big, muscly, good guy who just got a big heart. Like, bro, you can't see in this picture, but he has like this, he's wearing this, this pelt on him. And it's the ear of his first friend he made on the planet, which was this giant fur monster thing. And his dad made him kill it.
Aww.
But he keeps his ear around as like his reminder of his friend. Well, I don't think Broly had to kill it, but something happened. Either way, and he's such a good boy, and he's got literally the best theme song in Dragon Ball. Oh, I need to play that song after this episode. Broly's theme song is literally the best song they've ever made for Dragon Ball ever. Of all the good music in Dragon Ball, it's the best. He's such a good boy. It's really hard to say more than that, considering there's only been 40 minutes of content of him speaking, and the rest of the movie is him fighting Goku and Vegeta and Frieza, and it's literally the coolest fight ever.
That's pretty cool, though.
Oh, it is. I love Broly. He's so good. He's so perfect. I love him. If I had to choose, like, if that movie didn't come out, it would have been Vegeta, like everyone else.
Okay.
And Gohan.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it would have been Gogeta. It would have been Gogeta.
Okay.
That would have been my fusion choice.
Nice.
Because Gogeta is better than Steg.
I don't believe you.
Believe me.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm not a boomer. I'm younger than you.
Boomer is a mindset.
How is... Fuck you. reveal my next character, who is in fact a boomer, actually.
Yes, Majima.
Majima. Yeah, Majima actually is a boomer by all definitions. Currently, I think he's like in his 50s now. Something like that. Okay, we get a lot to talk about with Majima. So, Majima, a lot of people like, you know, between the two, between Kiryu and Majima, I do like Kiryu more as a character, but in terms of Husbando, Majima is the better Husbando by far.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiryu is way too innocent of a guy for his own good. Because of Yakuza 6 really hurt his chances as a Husbando because they confirmed that he is a virgin and made him confirm that he's never killed anyone, which makes no sense for half the events in Yakuza 0, some of the events in Yakuza 1, and probably parts of Yakuza 3.
Right.
Yeah. So, as far as I'm concerned, Kiryu's killed some people. But because that lore exists and that hurts my way of seeing Kiryu, I put Majima here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, let's go over why I love Majima. Majima, the mad dog of Shimano, the insane weirdo, has like this big stupid heart, but he hides himself behind, his madness. Majima understands that he lives in a very dangerous world. And if you let people know your weaknesses, they're going to abuse it. So he lets his enemies know he has no weakness, thus hiding himself from everyone.
Ooh.
Yeah. And because of that, Majima lives his life to the fullest in many ways that most people just don't. Which is very, nice. Like, Majima, in 2003, Japan, his character was cross-dressing because he just wanted to. No, 2006.
Ooh.
Yeah, just because he just wanted to.
Yeah, that's Chad.
Yeah, he is a Chad. Not that Majima's trans or anything. He is a straight as fuck motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. Majima just literally will do whatever he wants on a dime. Not that he's not smart about anything. He's a stupidly smart guy. He will just have plans in the back of his mind that he makes up on the spot. Consistently, like the time he had to disarm a bomb without knowing how to disarm a bomb.
Nice.
Yeah, like Majima is the goofy character done to the extreme, to the sense that, but he has like a deep character behind him. He's a wacky character with a heart of gold, who also seems to be the one person in the Yakuza games that seems to know himself the best and to understand the situation of everything going on the most. Where Kiryu tries to ignore everything, Majima tackles it head on, knowing that he can escape the Yakuza life, and thus is constantly making the right decisions. And it's one of the reasons he's always in power.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Majima family in Yakuza, I don't think at any point is ever actually weak. I think they're always the strongest family because Majima's such a good fucking leader. Don't get me wrong, I love Kiryu, but God, Majima is the better of the two in terms of leadership characters.
Yeah. I look forward to meeting him.
That is my summary without spoiling anything major for you, by the way. Because I want to save a lot of this stuff. That's what I got for Majima, my goofy mastermind.
Oh, that's nice. So you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. I know who this guy is.
Have you seen Trigun?
I've seen the first episode of Trigun.
No, I've only seen the first. Oh my god. I gotta get you to watch the rest of it.
Yes, I want to watch the rest of it.
Trigun's amazing. Well, Vash the Stampede, or Vash, is another goofball kind of like Majima, in the sense where but for different reasons. Vash, there's more to Vash as there is, of course. I forget the exact reason why he's goofy, but he just is this goofball, but knows more than what's actually going on. He's Smart, funny. He's a pacifist to the core, and I love how he just solves situations without killing anyone. Similar to Bosser, actually. They're both pacifists to painful degrees, where they don't want anyone to die at any cost.
Yes.
Yeah, the difference is that Bosser can't. Well, I forget if Vash can save everyone or not. Actually, Vash. I don't know. When I think of Vash, he's this person that can always bring a smile to your face because he's very good at reading other people's emotions and knows how to act in the right moment. At least in my memory serves correctly for him.
Yeah.
There's some quality to that, you know. I love Vash. He's a good boy.
Yeah. And what I remember of him from the first episode, I really liked.
Well, he gets a lot. You get to see a lot more of his true personality as the show goes on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love episode 1 of Trigun. It's so funny. It's so cute. It just give that show like 12 episodes. That show gets dramatic as fuck.
I believe you. We'll have
so
to
good.
watch it.
I'd love to show you. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's show off the last character.
Yes. Our last boy.
Last and certainly not least, Domon from G Gundam.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So, I don't know how much Gundam you've seen, Key.
I've seen Iron-Blooded Orphans and some of the UC.
Okay. So, I've seen, for my context, at this point, I've seen all of UC, and I've seen a few spin-offs. G is by far my favorite spin-off, and possibly my favorite Gundam.
Okay.
And Domon's one of the main reasons, because Domon's significantly different from every main character in Gundam. First, let's go over so the first reason is Domon is an adult. Like, there's no shaking it, there's no way out of it. Domon is a full-fledged adult.
Yeah.
He is participating to make sure Japan becomes the leader of the world, or the universe, or whatever. Oh god, Gundam is the funniest shit in the world. It's so over the top in all the right ways. But Domon is like this hyper serious dude who lives for fighting and combat and wants to push, him and him, mainly himself, to the end limits. He wants to keep getting stronger. He's a Goku type in that aspect, but is a little bit more aware of the situations. Where Goku is significantly more empathetically aware of what's going on. And Domon's significantly less selfish than Goku is. And Domon, one of the reasons that I do love Domon as much as I do is that he develops a relationship with Rain, his love interest, and it's really good. Oh, yeah, I forgot to go over the reasons why Domon's different. One, he's an adult. Two, he's very mature compared to almost every Gundam protagonist. Gundam protagonists tend to be autistic high schoolers who don't know how to manage themselves. There are some OVAs that deal with that differently. Like, there's some of the Gundam OVAs that you got like an adult, but they're either like hyper, angry military fuckers, or they have weird autistic quirks. Domon's autistic like every other Gundam protagonist, but he's autistic in the sense of his love for fighting, but I guess that's the difference. Domon just comes off significantly more mature than most of them to me.
Yeah.
And he, unlike every other Gundam protagonist I've seen, he has a successful romance with someone, with Rain, and they're cute together, and Domon very much cares for his allies, and not that other protagonists don't, but Domon learns and grows to care about his friends and allies. And his journey is about learning to accept other people for help and to not let himself rely too much on his mistakes of his past. Domon grows in so many great ways.
That's good.
Also, his final attack is the coolest shit ever. Shining Finger is the greatest attack ever. I love it. Yes, please.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my husbando list.
How nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, the Husbando cast finally ends.
Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. You don't even believe it.
I'm glad.
Yes.
An audience, who's your favorite husbando? Whose husbandos between me and Key did you like more? Post in the comments below. Like and subscribe.
Yes. Share with your friends. This video is actually good. So, they won't hate you if you send it to them.
Unless you're trying to get them to hate you. Then just
Yeah.
send them content. Send them content.
Yeah, send them content.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're calling you out, content. We're coming for you. We're coming for the throne. We're gonna take you down. We've got our guillotine ready. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. You want to take this outside, content, huh?
I'm
Yeah.
coming for you, Disney. I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Yeah, Digine. We're coming for you. We are coming for you.
One last thing, audience. Bye, Sarah!